The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
So let me start by saying this. There were many skits today, okay? I do not want all of them. I'm going to only play the ones I think that are very important, only because this is basically a Dnisha moment. It was a moment for her to shine and to show me that what we were saying was, the right direction. It was also a moment for the writers, right? And I think that the writers have kind of let down the entire storyline because the writers had an opportunity to show, to at least put some faith in the minds of the audience, right? Because we know Anthony has been acting like a clown, and men has lost faith. Men have lost faith that you're ever going to show men the way you're showing men. However, I really wanted to believe that the writers were going to show the women them the right way. Them was going to show the women them, but they basically let us down on that one as well. This is what I mean.
Hi, you've reached Amber. Leave your name, your number, and a detailed message. Hello.
Hey, Amber, you busy?
I can talk. What's up, Ian?
All right, so let's first start at once Anthony called Shayla this morning. Shayla already gave away what Anthony was doing. Let me guess, you're putting me on speakerphone in front of Dnisha. That's the first red flag Dnisha got. Anthony is putting us on speakerphone to talk to you, which probably means basically, in other words, what she meant with that was that you've already done this. It's a known thing that he does where he does these things and he's going to do it again. But she never took the red flag.
Yeah, I just wanted to just talk to you in a mature way about just being respectful to Dnisha. You know, I understand you have your thing going on, and I have mine, but it doesn't have to be messy.
Okay, how have I been messy, Anthony?
I mean, just the whole going back to Shayla saying that, Denisha's son has a room at my house. And
All of this for Anthony is unnecessary. There is no reason for him to actually be doing this. This is extremely unnecessary. If you're trying to get the woman and put the boundaries in place and get the woman, but this was unnecessary. It also made him look weak. It made it look as though men basically don't know how to handle business, and men do know how to handle business. Some. And when I say men, you know what I'm talking about. Majority of men have a kind of good grasp that, hey, I'm going to have to do this, 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 and the third in order to get things done. Right? Or is it that they're saying basically some men just don't execute? Are they saying a man like Anthony doesn't execute what he's talking about? They could be saying that as well. Okay, but these are also red flag signs. Again, it's just what it is.
Well, I was just letting Shayla know that Denisha's son has a room and her son doesn't. I think she has a right as a mother to know what the conditions are for her child when he's over there.
Amber, my son Kai has a whole house. He has rooms. That's one room.
It's just interesting. That's all. It's interesting. You built out a whole room for someone else's son, but never did that for yours. That's all.
Usually I would listen to Amber's voice and I would give you a critique of what she's saying, but it's not even important. What Amber is saying is not even important for me to even give a critique on, right? What's important is the mere fact that he's performing in front of Dnisha. She's watching this performance, and you will see why it's important because of where the performance goes and what they ended the performance with. He's performing in front of Dnisha. And it's basically him doing the same thing again. I'm wondering if at no point in time is it like registering in his mind that he's basically doing the same things.
Letting Shayla know, but Anthony, I really don't have time for all this.
Okay, and I'll just make it short and sweet. Like I said, you got your thing going on, I got mine, but I ask that you please just respect what I have going on with Dnisha, and whatever goes on in my house is what goes on in my house.
Well, see, that's the thing, Ed. It's not just your house. We are going through a divorce, so it is still technically my house as well. So I can talk about what goes on in that house because it is technically still mine.
All right. Let me first peer into Amber. She's saying something that makes sense. Yes, it is technically still her house because she still technically lives there. Even though Anthony bought the house before, and you know my take on it, but here's the deal. In the eyes of the court, yes, it is still technically her house. So this is why this is performative again. I'm just not quite certain how Dnisha is sitting down or what she's getting from all of this. Like what is she getting? What does this gain her at all?
That's a subject for another day.
Or you know what a subject is for another day is you and Denisha, because I don't care, and what I care about is signing these papers and getting this divorce finalized. I have a whole nother man. And if you really care for Denisha the way that you say you do, you would sign the papers, you would finalize this thing. I don't really understand what the holdup is. But I really do not care what's going on between you and Denisha whatsoever. I congratulate y'all.
Let me stop right here, so. This is all I'm going to give you for the day. That's it. That's all Dnisha needed. Pamela was on the live and Pamela says, you know what? I would have asked Anthony to go sign the papers or go finalize the papers first with Dnisha. And it's not a bad ask. You know why? Because it would force Anthony to go do what he's supposed to do first before getting back with her. This was everything she wanted to see. Anything her mind was telling her, this would have been the pinpoint. If like everybody now basically is giving her the flack for what she deserves, and she deserves every single bit of the flack. But if she was standing on business like she was saying, because there's talking and then there's action. If she was standing on business like she's saying, this would have been her moment to stand on business. I wanted the writers to have the woman stand on business after this particular piece. Because at least they would prove to me that, you know what I mean, like they're showing that there are some women who stay and then there are some women who don't put up with the crap and they actually leave. But some of the writers them drop the ball on this one. I'm gonna say that them drop the ball on this one. They've dropped the ball on the Dnisha story because it's almost like it's the cycle again. It's like the same Sheila and Amber cycle. Only that them have a woman who basically saying she's willing to put up with it, which is even more foolishness because basically right now, rather than it being one woman, it's now two women. But hey, give me y'all's take. Is it a red flag? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all soon.